Hello. Thank you for joining me. My name is Lori, and I have created a fun card today that I got my inspiration off of crafting with the Shabby Tree. I saw these on their website this morning on Facebook, and I immediately thought, oh my goodness, I can create these in a card, and it will be absolutely adorable. So that's what I'm going to share with you today. But let me tell you where I got my paper and all that from. So the butterfly bouquet is out everywhere, and if you are following me or any other Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, then you have been seeing these butterflies flying around. But one thing that came with the collection of the butterflies was the natural birch color and texture specialty paper, and it is right here, and it is absolutely beautiful. This collection also came with the Butterfly Bijou Designer Series paper, and you actually get a lot of it. Both of these are very pretty. The cards are incredible, but I want to tell you, if you like the specialty papers, then you need to get them ordered now because they will not go on to the new annual catalog. So you can either go to my Stampin' Up! Store, lorijohnson1.stampinup.net, or you can go to my website at harvestlanecraftgeek.com. I will have links there also where you can go straight to the store to purchase these papers. The butterflies will go over into the new catalog, but the papers will not. So don't wait, because once they're gone, they are not ordering more. They are just calling it quits. So that's just some little information. But today's card, I used the natural birch specialty paper, and I'm going to make sure, natural touch. I called it birch. I'm so sorry. Natural touch specialty paper. This paper is so neat. It actually has a textured feeling to it. It's not smooth. It's got like a wood grain feel to it, and actually when you look at it to the side, you can see that wood grain look also. Very pretty paper. There are only 2 sheets that come with this. And let me just look here real quick, because this will tell me. Whoops, sorry. It's $5 for 2 sheets. $5 for 2 sheets of this paper. So pretty. The other demonstrators, I have not created with this yet before today, but other demonstrators have really been creating gorgeous cards. Let me see if I can straighten my phone a little. There we go. Have been creating gorgeous cards. So this might be something that you want to get your hands on for sure. So let's go back to the picture of the inspiration. So the wood grain in this picture kind of is why I decided to go with this natural touch paper, because I thought, oh, I can get a wood grain look right here, and I don't have to do any special techniques or anything. I can get it right here from this paper. So that's what I did. So let me pop this aside, and let's look at the card that I made, and then we'll walk through how I did it. All right, here we go. Let's zoom in. This is the card that I made, and it has the tops of the carrot top here with some linen ribbon thread. I did the ribbon, I did the Happy Easter, and then when you open the card, I did a little bunny here. Now I will tell you, the Happy Easter and the bunny here inside the card is an old set. It is retired, and I'll be honest with you, I dropped the ball on this one. I did not purchase the Easter stamp set that was in the catalog. I just really honestly didn't even think about it. So let me show you what that is. just in case you want to purchase it, you still have plenty of time to do that. I would get on it though if you're interested, because shipping has been a little bit delayed still with COVID, and Easter's coming up pretty quick, like 2 or 3 weeks. It's flying up on us fast. But this is our springtime joy and gift of hope. That's kind of around that Easter feel, welcome spring, and it's got the cute little bunnies and the chick, and just really sweet, the Easter basket. And so these, this is a beautiful set. I have seen cards made with it. Very, very pretty. I thought the other one that I wanted to show you real quick, let's see, hold on, let's go back here. This set is this set right here, $19. This set, $20. They're 2 separate sets, not the same one. They're 2 separate. So that's what those are. This one I thought kind of looked Easter also, especially since with the bunny, they had a tag with it. And this one, actually, you have, you can get the punch that goes with it. And it's the oval punch, the oval occasions punch right here. And it'll fit these perfectly. But I thought there were some cute bunny ones in here also that could possibly even be used for an Easter theme. Father's Day is coming up. Don't forget. All these holidays, they're like bam, bam, bam. So yeah, we're going to have to get on Father's Day too, and Mother's Day. All right, let's get on to our card. Here we go. So this is what I did. I grabbed Terracotta Tile Cardstock, 8.5 by 11. I put it in my paper trimmer, and I cut the paper at 4 1/4. Now, let me tell you something, just so that you understand this. Your paper is going to go in your paper trimmer. Oh, I pulled all the way back. No, I'm not. Your paper is going to go in your paper trimmer like this, and you're going to cut this way at 4 1/4. All right? Then we're going to turn our paper like this, and we're going to score it at 5 1/2, and you will have a card that opens like this. So once you cut it, your paper will look like this. When you score it, you're going to score it at 5 1/2, and it will be folded over just like this. Okay. Then, what every person who gets designer series paper or specialty paper, you're always afraid to cut. I jumped in and I cut my paper. I don't know if you're like me, but I'm like, I don't want to cut that paper. It's so pretty, but I did. Now, I will be honest with you. I cut it wrong the first time. And so I really want to make sure that you understand that this paper kind of does have a direction to it. The first time I cut it and the wood grains going like this. I didn't like that for my picture. So I did have to cut my paper twice, but I can use this for another card for sure. I wanted my wood grain going up and down. So just before you cut any type of specialty paper or DSP paper, make sure that if it's a directional paper, you're cutting it the right way. This piece right here is cut at 5 1/4 by 4. So 5 1/4 by 4. And I went ahead and I used some of mine. I'm going to put this up here, my Stampin' Seal, and I just put it here in the 4 corners. And this sticks very well, so no need to go crazy on the tape here. But I'm just making sure that I have about 1/4 inch all the way around, and then sealing my paper down. All right, then I took some of my leftover terracotta tile paper, and I got out my painted label dies, and I thought this label or this die right here was the perfect size. I ran it through my mini embossing machine, and I got this little paper, and I stamped Happy Easter on it with Memento Black. So that's going to go on my card as well. I also saw these little leaves, and I thought they would be the best representation for the top part of the carrot. And with the same label, the painted label dies, you get 2 leaves. So I used both of them, and I grabbed my So Ombré paper. Now this paper is retired also. It was with Celebration. So if you don't have it, the main color in this was Granny Apple Green. You could definitely use that. But I wanted this So Ombré paper because it gave me 2 different colors, and I felt like that gave my top of my carrot a little bit more definition with the multiple colors. So that's why I chose this paper. And I just ran, as you can see, I folded the paper in half, and I ran my dies through my mini emboss again and cut out a whole bunch of leaves for my card. So here are my leaves. I have just a bunch of them, and they're in dark shades and light shades. Then I took my linen thread, and I believe this was a leftover one from Paper Pumpkin, but you can definitely purchase this from our catalog. And I also grabbed out block number, or letter B, and I took my linen thread and I wrapped it around my block. Let me go in just a little bit here so you can see what I'm doing. Wrapped it around my block. I had a tail down here at the bottom, and then I just wrapped, I don't know, like 4 or 5 times. And then I used my scissors or my snips, and I cut. Then, let me drag back out real quick so you can see what we're doing here. I came in here and I pinched the center together and took a separate piece of ribbon, tied a knot around it, and I came up with a little bow with a little bit of extra thread. And so that is how I got the ribbon right here on the top of the carrot. All right, here's the most difficult part, and really it's not even difficult. You're going to want to grab some of your Stampin' Dots. You can either use your glue dots from Stampin' Up, or if you get Paper Pumpkin and you have leftover little dots, you can use that also. But then I grabbed some of my Terracotta Tile ribbon, and that's where I started. So I took my edge and I trimmed it a little bit, and I took a glue dot and popped it on here. And I will tell you, I had glue dots sticking to me everywhere when I was doing this. Went about right there. And before I pressed that completely down, I grabbed one of my leaves, and I did also come in here and trim off the ends of my leaves because I didn't want those all sticking out. But I stuck my leaf underneath my glue dot also, so that it kind of held down both my leaf and my glue dot. And I have a glue dot on my finger, so we're going to pop that on there, and we're going to start the top right there. All right, let me go ahead and get a couple more leaves because this top part is where they come in, and I want to make sure that we get them down. And I just kind of alternated my colors so that they looked cute. However you want to do it is fine. But I just really just tried to make it look the top of the carrot as best as I could with what I had to work with. All right. Let's put one more down. and then I'll go back in here in a few minutes and I will fix that. So when you're over here, you're just going to take your ribbon and you're going to bend it over. So I grabbed another dot and I stuck it inside right here, and then I bent my ribbon over, and that helped me with that bend in my carrot. Then I came back and I put another glue dot here and popped it down. It's stuck on my finger. Oh, it's stuck there. All right. And popped it down. And then I just went back and forth, back and forth. And as I did this, I made sure that the ribbon got smaller and smaller as I went, so that it looked like a carrot, where it is a little bit longer on top and smaller on the bottom. And so I just went back and forth. All right, and then I just took my ribbon and I cut it on a diagonal so I would have a cute ending to my carrot. And then I'll just come back in here with some of these leaves and just pop them in there. And those leaves that are going underneath, they really, you don't have to cut off those ends unless you just really want to cut those off. But they're being stuck underneath something, so I don't even think you can tell. But if you go in here and just put a little bit of Stampin' Seal on, you'll have a nice little carrot tile. You got to make sure, though, that you don't do what I just did and it stick out over the card, because then it won't fit in your card. And then the last thing I did is I grabbed some of my Stampin' Dimensionals. I came in here and I put 3 across the back of my sentiment. Pop those out. And I thought it looked cute down here towards the bottom, so we'll put that there. And then I grabbed another one of my glue dots. I put it on the back of my linen thread there. Oh, it stuck to my finger. Sometimes it does that. And put that up there at the top. And the outside of my card is all done. Then I thought the So Ombré paper was so pretty, especially in this green piece. I cut another piece that is for, let's do it this way. 4 by 5 1/4. And that gives me a nice little base all around. And I'm going to flip it over and just add some of my Stampin' Seal on the back here. Flip it over, and I stuck it right in here with a nice little border all the way around. And then I popped my bunny right here on the end. You could do that also, or you could leave it open to put a message or, you know, a greeting, whatever you wanted to sign your name. And you know what? The other thing that I had that I thought was cute, I had some of these dots from the In Colors, which is what this terracotta tile is. Now I will tell you, this terracotta tile color is going out. It will no longer be with us. We are getting new In Colors here with our new catalog. So if you are interested in getting any of these colors, I would recommend that you go ahead and get that. Don't wait for that list to come out on the 24th. That tells us what is going to be out, because definitely the In Colors, the terracotta tile, the pretty peacock, the rococo rose, the seaside spray, those colors are positively not going to be with us any longer. Oh, and purple posy, they are positively not going to be with us. They will be retiring, and we are going to be getting new In Colors. And I'm going to see if I can lift this off here real quick and pop it up here or down here. I don't know. Maybe that was too much. I don't know. But there you go. Sweet little Easter card. Fun. Something different than using a whole bunch of stamps and dies. You can use some of your other products from Stampin' Up. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you would like to subscribe, then please hit the bell and the subscribe button to my channel so you can get notified when I will be uploading more videos. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest, so you can follow me there as well. I am so happy that you joined me. You have a blessed day.